Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful morning so far. In the blue sky. Probably hear me tell you it all the time, but that's one reason why we love the West. Lots of blue skies, and here in Manitoulin, we get lots of those as well. So, a big day yesterday. The truck showed up yesterday with packages here of the floor system here, and then we had another package right there for our house here. So, pretty excited about that. We managed to get him in here, so the laneway that I put together worked. That's exciting. And we managed to get the whole first floor on here yesterday. So we were done at about 9:30 last night. Kids were tuckered out. I had two kids on one side and myself on the other for most of them, Wes and Cora. Towards the end of the evening there, Waylon and Ariana were helping as well, and Anise has also helped with a few. She had some other stuff she was working on yesterday. So, but all together as a family, we've got them all on here now. Pretty excited, and that's 2,000 feet of floor joists, so it's a big job. We are now today going to work on, at least for part of the day, putting this on OSB. It's a treated OSB, 3/4 inch tongue and groove. That goes down on top of these floor joists. We'll glue and screw those down, and that'll be our subfloor. This stuff here, it's a different product. I've never worked with it before. It's called Dry Guard. Get you a little closer here. Okay, Dry Guard. That'll be backwards on your screen, I assume. But it is treated, and apparently it can stay out in the weather for 245 days, I think it was. Don't quote me on that. Feel free to look it up. So the idea with this is that it can be there, and if you don't get your roof on, it can get wet. It's not going to hurt nothing. Again, I've never used it. I can't vouch for it. I'm not getting paid to tell you about it. I'm just telling you. That's what we're using. So never used it before. They are 3/4 inch thick. Normally I would use a 5/8 floor. It's going to be heavy, I imagine. It is painted black. That's part of the ceiling. The sheets actually aren't black. There's a cover sheet on the top and the bottom, and then all the outside's all painted. I don't even think it's paint. It's a treatment of some kind. So once we get that off, the rest of them will just look like regular OSB, which is a chipboard. We used to call it Aspenite. I don't know why the name changed. They all call it OSB now. You can kind of tell here that's the color it's going to be. And it's just wood chips, like shavings, all jammed together with a lot of glue and resin to keep the moisture out. So, good morning, Ainsley. You come out to join me. Who else? Joy.
Wonder where sheep been all night.
Oh, probably hunting. Hey, getting chipmunks. She even got a rabbit last week. Did you know that? Yeah, crazy, eh?
I'm the one that found it.
Oh, that's right. You found the leftover foot and fur, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So that's what we're going to put on today. Now, I said only part of the day because I am going to go baling finally today. It's supposed to be a decent day. Yesterday was a nice day. So sometime mid-morning here, probably around 1 o'clock, I'm going to head over there, start baling straw for the Amishman. The straw that's there, he wants. And the hay that I cut there, I think it's getting trucked off the island, actually. Somebody else rents that land and owns farms in southern Ontario, and they're going to be trucking that off. So, but I'll go over there and bale the straw up first. That'll give them a chance to rake the hay and let it dry out longer. And then probably mid-afternoon or something, I'll bale up that hay. So be a decent day worth of baling. Hopefully there's a few bales there. That all adds to the income. Again, if you're new to the story here, we don't currently have an income, and that's one of the things that we hope to do here on the island. Is custom baling, haying, custom mowing, baling, and wrapping. We have a bale wrapper. Among other things, we may end up buying, as we need stuff for the farm here, then that stuff would also be available for custom work. So on top of that, we'll be doing some construction, and then we hope to sell meat and produce from the land. So between those things, we'll have an income. But at this point, we don't. We're living on savings, and they only last so long. So the sooner we can get some income, the better. So anyway, we'll see how long that takes. I'm going to chalk a line across the floor here first. And so I get a nice straight start. The build is straight, but it's nicer just to run a chalk line across, and it's perfect. You may have little minor dips here and there, and that really messes you up when you're laying down a subfloor. A sheet 1/8 of an inch out. It's not fun. So I'll chalk a line all the way across, get a nice straight line, and I'm actually starting in that corner back there. And then we'll get going at it. We got a glue and screw. I don't have the gun. There is one you can stand up and screw, which is nice. The screws come in a long strip that you stick in the side of this thing, and from stand up position you can just give her. I don't have one of those. I considered buying one of those. I don't even remember what they were. They weren't exactly cheap, but I have a whole bunch of children that were itching to use impacts yesterday and drills yesterday to put screws in, and we didn't get that far. I was hoping to have at least a bunch of sheets on last night, but it didn't work out. So today they will get their wish, I guess. I think we have 3 impacts and 3 drills, so we could have 6 going at once. Not all 6 of my kids can run an impact yet. Can you run one? Put screws in? You don't think so?
But I could probably like put those screws in.
With the drill? Yeah. There you go.
One time I tried it.
And it worked? Awesome. There you go. So we got at least 5, plus me and Anissa. It would be 7 already. So anyway, we'll see how long that lasts. But we'll get at that. I'm going to get set up here this morning and wait for everybody to wake up. We'll have some breakfast. I do have to do a little bit of work on the baler yet just to get it ready to go. Look it over more or less. And then that'll be good to go as well. And I got to park this rig. Big thank you again to Rob and Tabitha, friends of ours. Our trailer, I know I should have got it fixed by now, but our trailer still has a blown axle. I have the axle here. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the trailer we have, the axle is narrower and than the new ones, and I don't know why that is. It's like 2 inches narrower. So it's not as simple as pulling my axle out and sliding the new one in. I actually now have to take the new axle and the supports that are welded on the axle that attach to the frame or attach to the springs on the trailer. I have to cut them and move them in an inch, both of them, one on each side. And so I got to grind them off and weld them, which we have the equipment to do. It's just a matter of getting it done. And I haven't got that far yet. And Rob's allowed us to use his trailer. Well, and his wife too, I guess. Rob and Tabitha allowed us to use the trailer here. And we're very grateful for that. And I keep apologizing to him for not having got it back to him yet. But he says it's fine. He hasn't needed it yet. So I really appreciate that. Without that trailer, we would not be as far as we are right now because we're using it to haul material home. And I've used it for quite a few trips. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. We will get that trailer parked here somewhere close to the build so I don't have to walk as far with these sheets. And then I don't need all of them. That right there. I need 16 more sheets yet, but that's enough for the first floor over the crawl space as well as the second floor up on top. So we're going to work on the bottom right now. I'm going to get this one done, put plywood on there, or the aspenite on there. Then I'm going to frame all these downstairs walls and put OSB on all the walls. Then we'll work on the top one. That'll keep it nice and straight and secure and less chance of moving. Then we're going to try to somehow get all of those floor joists, well, they look the same as these, I guess, up there. Good afternoon. We are back on the road again. As you can see, I got my trusty baler on behind. I've got a trusty co-pilot. Hi, Arend. You gonna say hi? Yes, you're shy. I got another one down here. You wanna say hi? That one doesn't look too shy, eh? Anyway, we are off to bale that hay, as well as there's some straw laying down there that want baled up right away as well. 2 different customers, same farm. So we're going to work on that. We have the floor joists all done. As I mentioned in the last video, I did not get any plywood on this morning yet. A bunch of other things tied us up. But as soon as we're done baling, I suspect it'll be, well, it'll take me about 3 hours to do the hay. I have no idea how much straw is there, I guess, but I'm just going to make a guess that it's got maybe 2 hours of that to do as well. So, yeah, it might be more. I have no idea. And then we'll go home, and the 3 of us will go work on that while Anissa and the other children are heading off. They got some stuff to do in town. So they'll do that, and we will work on plywood. These 2 really, really wanted to use some drills and put some screws in right here, you know. Yeah, they were pretty excited about that. Actually, they wanted to do it last night, didn't you? When I said it was big time. So anyway, we'll work on that hopefully yet today. We'll see. If there's no issues with the baler and the tractor and all the other stuff and everything works well, then we'll get at it today again. Alright, back in our house. I just realized I forgot to film any of that baling. I guess you've seen it before. Anyway, we baled up there, baled up not even that many bales. Made bigger bales, but 25 hay bales and 8 straw bales, I think. So hardly worth going out for. But anyway, got her done. Make a few bucks. We're putting the subfloor on here right now. Got a bunch of sheets on. Can't go too far because we're limited in supplies at the moment. The screws and everything left with Anissa and the kids, and they are not back yet. So we will get as far as we can right now. I got the 2 assistants here giving her. This is what they wanted to do, so they are working hard at her doing that, and having fun. I think we will be doing some more chores yet. It's just about supper time, so I'll whip up some supper for the 3 of us, and we'll do some chores. We got to move the ducks to a new area, so we'll fill the evening and maybe call her an early night or something. We worked pretty good last night, but I was hoping to have most of this done today. But I gotta wait for Anissa and the kids to come back, and they're gonna be a few hours yet, I think. It'll be 3 hours anyway. By that point, it'll be dark out. So, it is what it is, but we're getting there. And I can almost reach. Well, that's not fair, I guess. On an angle, it looks like I can really reach, right? But anyway, I can almost reach the next floor. It's gonna be pretty cool. I got half a mind to climb up there just to see how far I can see. It's gonna be nice looking out the windows upstairs. This here maple in the yard. I am standing right here. Earlier I was standing. This is the patio door. We're going to stick a set of French doors right here. So that's going to be the view out the French doors. We are going to thin out some of these trees like I told you guys. This maple of course is going to stay, but we're going to be thinning out some of these, mostly just the pines. There's a bunch of half-dead pines and stuff in here, and that'll really thin it out. You can see a lot better. I'll give you a view of the living room yet. It's kind of cool being able to walk in here already, you know. It's exciting. Really helps to see a bit better. But this will be out the living room window right here. Get me out of the way. So again, some of this is thinned out, not all of it, but some. And this will be the other part of the living room. So here you get a good view once we thin out the, hard to tell maybe on there, but once we thin out the pines, that one, those ones. Anyway, then you'll really be able to see over top of the lantern. Back. And this side here is, so this is the corner post, of course, and this is going out. That'll be kind of off the side of our patio here. And we're hoping to clear it out a little bit inside of there. Like if you walk through this first chunk of trees, there is actually a clearing in there. And maybe do an outside patio area there. With the same rock. We'll clear it all down to the rock. It's kind of, that's what we have in mind right now anyway. And if it's nice and smooth there, we can set up a fire pit. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be beautiful. I just love how God laid out all these trees here for us. It's just fits perfectly. You know, we got these cedars right here. That's gonna be right outside the top. You can see that. And if the porch is going there, they'd be in the way, but the porch stops just before that, so it just works out perfectly. Maple there. Back corner of the shop, I got this lane now that I can get right up out there. And there too, I got maples and cedars are just tucked away far enough. There's actually a line of cedars over there that look like they've been planted in a straight line over there. It's amazing. You know, and that brings you down full circle to this side where we'll be coming in with the laneway. It just fits perfectly between the cedar here and the maple on that side. You know, everything it's just beautiful. You know, and out the kitchen window we got that big maple, and then these ones out in the front yard. Perfect. The only thing we really had to take out of here in this area where the house and the shop is a couple of dead, dead and half dead pines, and I think there was one birch that I really would have liked to save. It was smaller, maybe 3 inches in diameter, but I had to take it out kind of roughly where the pressure washer is sitting right here, over a little bit. But other than that, yeah, it was just dead trees in here, so pretty cool. Very excited. All right, the day is fading fast here now. We've got 1 run of plywood on. Kids did a bit more chores while I fixed up some egg sandwiches with pickles on there and mayonnaise and ketchup and some salt. What we used to call, well, it needs a few more things than that, but we used to call them uitsmijters in Dutch. And I think, uitsmijter just means that, I don't even know how would you explain that? Smite. Anyway, the idea is, I guess when you bite it, it just kind of squirts out because there's so much stuff on the sandwich. That's the idea behind it. So anyway, we had those, very yummy. Now we're gonna move some ducks. I don't know if I can film while I'm doing that or not, but we like to move them to fresh grass. You can visibly, whoa, is the wire still on? Is it still hot?
No, it's
You
off.
can visibly see a difference between this grass and that grass, and so now it's time to move them over again to a new chunk of grass.
I turned it off.
So we will do that. You turned it off? All right, whoops, you got to get that feed out of the way, and then we'll go move some fence. You guys come to this side. No, we're going to go that way with it. Yeah. So we just kind of walk them over onto new grass. So here Anna's taking the other one that I already moved over. Sorry for winging you guys. Just moving it over one more set. And I don't know if you can see, but I've got a jog on the fence. So we shove them all to that side. There's a pile of eggs out here again too, so now we collect them as well, of course. I don't know if they were collected this morning or not. It's not part of my chores, it's part of the kids. But they typically collect them every morning. So I'm assuming this is just from this morning till now, but there's an awful lot of eggs out here. The crazy Tom is still alive. I still haven't stuck him in the freezer because he's decided that he wants to behave himself after all. So. All right, we got a whole whack of eggs. Big pile of them. 2 turkey eggs, you said? 2 turkey eggs in there, a whole pail full of eggs. That's all of them, or did you bring some to the house already?
That's all.
That's all of them. So it's a mix of chicken eggs, turkey eggs, duck eggs, lots of eggs. That is a 10-liter pail, pretty well full of eggs. So we've got them all on new grass now. That's pretty well how we do her. I'm going to fix this shelter, as I was saying. I want to stretch the plastic back on again. It was a decent idea. I'm not recommending, or not saying you shouldn't do that. It's just that some of them, especially the turkeys, love to roost and they sit right on top of it. So it works great for ducks. It would work great for meat birds, but not for chickens. They like to sit on top of it. You need a little bit more strength. So the plastic itself is strong enough. Just now that we're cutting plywood and stuff up there, I have some pressure treated plywood. I'll cut some strips about 1.5 inches wide, and I'll go all the way around the perimeter of that thing, and that'll help hold the plastic on, won't rip off. Our Canada goose is still hanging out. It's not too far away right there. Just doesn't seem to want to fly away, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if it sticks around through the winter or not. I got to get some water yet for these duckies. We use this here tub. So every time we move the fence, we dump it out. It's amazing how much dirt's in there. The duckies love to put dirt in there for some reason. So we dump it all out. We're going to give them some fresh water. We'll do that yet. And we feed them still. You can see the 2 blue silos. One right there and one on the other side over there. They get layer ration in that. But they do eat an enormous amount of grass. I mean, it's visibly different one side to the other. All right, so we've taken first cut off of here, late first cut. The timing was pretty well second cut, hey, but we took it all off of here. This is our regrowth in the field. It's probably 6-8 inches in spots, and yeah, you can just see how much they eat. So that's considerably decreasing how much feed that they do take in, like store-bought feed. And we believe it gives us better eggs too. Grass-fed eggs, grass-fed anything, I think is better. That's our opinion anyway, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. All right, that's as simple as that is. We crack this and fill the tub. Thinking they'll be happy for some fresh water. I don't know if I'm going to fill it all the way. It doesn't look like I got very much water left, and I got to do the broiler birds yet. Everybody else is done. We got the broilers over there. So I want to make sure to keep enough water for that. Well, maybe there will be enough. I still got some in here. Not a lot. There's enough in there. So that's it for them for tonight. They look pretty happy. Everybody's roaming around in the grass. Now I'm going to teleport myself to the chicken pen. Just like that, I'm in the chickie pen. Pretty quick, eh? I can move pretty fast. All right, these guys are getting huge. Hey, guys. We have, well, I don't know how many there is now. Started off with a little over 200. We ordered 200, and they shipped a little more than that. We did lose a few. I don't know, probably, I'm going to say at least 195 birds here or something. You guys see yourself? Oi. So I'm going to get them some water. And the kids are getting them food right now. But they're doing very well, very healthy. Again, on grass, love it. You know, we feed them still. You can see the same blue silo here. And they also feed them in the steel one, I believe. Again, I don't normally look after these chores. I'm helping the kids. They help me all day, so I'm returning the favor. What do you think? What do you think? Hey, chicken. Here's your chicken. Walk, 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 walk. Surrounded. I think they're ganging up on me. Birds are for our own consumption. We'll eat a bunch of these, although we still have chicken in the freezer. There's one freezer in the bus we can't get at. Lord willing, everything's still good in that freezer. I haven't looked in there since we moved from Saskatchewan. But there's chicken in there still from last year. But we will keep some of these for ourselves too. And then the majority is for sale. We hope to have them as part of our farm gate market. Hopefully we have some people to sell them to. So chicken, beef, pork, as well as produce. And we'll probably have, you know, at some point duck and goat. I did talk to a lady from India who's interested in goat. So whenever we have 4 here, I may end up putting them in our own freezer, although I get paid better if I ship them out. It's just ridiculous how much goat meat goes for, so I have a hard time charging for that price for goat meat, what I can get for them when I bring them to market. So anyway, I'm gonna round up these water dishes. I think they're thirsty. I'm being followed. I would think that's not exactly usual. Like I said, I don't normally do it, but they seem awfully hungry. They were right out of food and water though, so maybe we went a little too late today. I don't normally do it, so I don't know. I'll ask the other kids. Wes is usually in charge of this job, but they're all happily eating now. Hey, that's it for the night, folks. The moon's up, which happens in the middle of the day too. And we had a beautiful, maybe if I moved over farther in the field you could still see that, but it doesn't show up as good now. It was an amazing sunset there. So I think that's it, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. We're gonna call her quits now, I think. Just relax a bit and then hit the hay. So thanks a lot for watching. If you're new to the channel, we love it. Love having you. Appreciate you watching, taking the time to do that. Hit that thumbs up button on the way into the video or the way out, whatever you prefer. And if you care to, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we release new videos, and you won't miss anything else. So we go live every Sunday usually, generally somewhere between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the evening. We do a live show. It's your chance to ask us whatever you like and get more updates, I guess, on what we're up to. It's a lot of chit chat mostly. So if you're interested, check us out then on the lives. And the best way you do that, yeah, if you hit the notification bell when you're subscribed, it'll let you know exactly when we go live, and you'll see that, and whenever there's a new video out as well. So yeah, appreciate you all watching, and we will catch you on the next one.